I thought that a cat would be way easier. This is not true. I've always been more of a dog person. I've been vocal about that. I've always thought, I don't think I ever would want to own a cat, but we live in an apartment and we know that a dog would require regular walks, a lot more interactive type care. And I thought that a cat would be way easier. This is not true. I mean, we're not walking Pippi, but I get a feeling that maybe Pippi wants to be walked. There's just a constant curiosity about her that I really admire about baby Pippi. And I just think she probably would really like to be outside. And actually, her history is of an outdoor type cat. So let's go into it. This is Pippi's story. Some of my team members at work, they all have, there's a small group and they all have multiple animals, and it came to a point where it was getting ridiculous. They'd be like, yo, just get something, get a cat, a dog, just shut up and get something. And I was like, maybe, there was some peer pressure, no doubt. But I think that kind of was part of the impetus, but I think it was just us finally realizing we could do it, and people say cats are not that difficult. Again, not entirely true. So back in, I would say early June, I was going on to Pet Finder late one evening, and I've done it before with dogs.
No.
Just had to add that in, my dear. Yeah, yesterday was grooming day. Well, getting back to the night we discovered Pippi, I was on the bathroom and I was on my phone. I love orange cats, yes? So I filtered for orange cats on Pet Finder. I feel kind of bad. Though I later widened the search a little bit to see what other cats were there. Because I wanted more, the preference was more the personality. What was the cat known to be like? And I wanted there to be a fit there. But I did do a filter for orange cats. So there is a superficial aspect here. But yes, when I found Pippi's profile, I just got really excited. They call her playful, affectionate, friendly. I think it was friendly. So we got her through this organization called Stray Cat Blues, right around here in Lansdale. And they seem to only focus on cats. So that's their specialty. And they go around Philly, the suburbs, trying to find stray cats and find them and rehome them. Pippi's story, as what we know of it, is that she was found with her 2 kittens, okay, in a parking lot of a post office in Mount Airy. Now, we joke because we really don't know how long she was out in the streets, but my guess, just judging how pampered she is now and how used to she is to modern comforts, I would say maybe a couple hours. Like, I can't imagine a Pippi out there for more than 10 hours out in the cold. And they found her during a very cold time of year. They found her in January, I believe. And she was fostered and she had to get spayed, and she did not do very well with that procedure. She had these bone defects where she's missing a bone in one of her front arms. The vet told us that she's not missing thumbs, she's just has like a weird bone formation. I particularly think the lack of her bone in her right arm is what causes her to not stay with this thing. So it causes her to not jump up really high or feel really comfortable jumping high. So for back. Yes, and that's taken her months. And we're talking a height of, I don't know, maybe 3 feet. She jumps straight from the floor to the top of the. I think that's not 4 feet. You think that's 4 feet? Okay, maybe it's 4 feet. So getting back to when she first came, we didn't know if she came from a whole group or other family members. We all know that her kittens were adopted pretty quickly. Kittens usually are. And she lived with a whole bunch of other cats in her foster experience. And the lady said that she doesn't really like other cats, so she would just stay in the lady's bedroom all day, every day. And she stayed there for 5 months until we found her and adopted her. We thought they weren't even going to accept us as her new owners, forever owners, I don't know. But they did, she did. She just came over with Pippi and a little cat carrier. Pippi was meowing away, and boom, she was in her home. And I was like, what? And she was relatively inexpensive. I mean, dogs, even to adopt them, can be kind of pricey. Pippi was ours for a little over $100. We were kind of shell-shocked with preparing for her, so we really weren't ready yet. So we had to buy her food really quickly, and we only got one type of food. She was on like 3 different brands, and we made her use, as you saw in our earlier video, we made her use dog bowls because my mom thought we were going to get a dog. I mean, our house is totally transformed now. It's been Pippified.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I even bought, guys, I bought a bougie litter box. It's back ordered all the way until November, okay? It's pretty amazing. Yeah, I mean, I never thought that I would. I mean, I love animals. I've said this before. I really do enjoy the company of animals. I love staring at them, studying them, getting to know them, being around them. I do. I really enjoy it. So it's not a surprise that I would warm up to a cat, but it's beyond warming up, folks. I mean, we're smitten. Like, we just sometimes look over at her and we're like, oh, you're Pippi, you're cute Pippi. And like, just our voices change. You wanna play with that mouse, Pippi? Pippi? We have all the feels.
I love morning.
Morning for Pippi?
Yeah.
Why? What did she do?
We just watching amazement while she had her breakfast.
Oh yeah, so yeah. So now we feed Pippi a totally different brand of food, and we have meal times with Pippi. So I prepare it, like I put it in the bowl and stuff like that, and then Dan will put it down on the floor for her on this mat, which isn't really working because Pippi's a little messy with this type of food. Anyway, so he puts it down, and Dan and I will just sit there for like 10 minutes straight, staring at this cat just feasting on her food. And it's like just so mesmerizing to watch this little creature eat their food. We just love her so much. I think it's adorable. Sometimes Dan, he'll go up to Pippi, usually when she's on a perch, and they'll touch noses and oh, it's just so cute. Yeah, no, I think that Pippi is really happy here, and I'll say it again, it is like living with a little mini tiger because there are times where I can't believe like how hungry she is all the time, and we're feeding her enough food. It's just she's just such a ravenous beast, and then she'll have these moods where she's just suddenly full of like energy. And that's why I feel that maybe if she were to go outside, that would kind of fill up that inner burst of energy, and she'll feel fulfilled. How so, Dan? I don't know about that. I mean, if anything, she could get lost, and then we would just be heartbroken. But she is microchip, folks. So get your pet's microchip because I hear that's a good thing. I spend most evenings looking up random things such as what are cats' favorite colors? What's the best litter box? What's the best litter? How to stop your cat from scratching? How do you get your cat to scratch on a scratching post? What's the best food for cats? How long do cats live? That one's a little tough because we've been starting to think maybe Pippi might even outlive, well, maybe me, because, I mean, cats can live a long time. But, you know, I don't mind. I just want Pippi to be a happy, sweet cat. If you weren't a cat person, believe me, once you start to own a cat, you'll become one. Because that's just all that it takes. You just have to have the living creature with you, and you form a bond. Okay, keep it Ginchiest. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.